Good afternoon again, folks. It's Bart Heitch here at Spring Courts in Gunnersville for the second week of our play dates. And we're joined now by Michael Banks and Fort Payne Wildcats, 6A area with Oxford and Gaston, and also Luke Stevens and Alan Harcrow. Coach, how do you think it went out there those couple of games today? We didn't used to have this, back in our day when you could just go practice and play and try to get better. So how did you feel like it went today?
Yeah, I wish we had stuff like this back when I was playing. I'd probably been a lot better basketball player, and our team would have been a lot better. But I thought it was a good day. We first game we played okay. Didn't have a lot of energy. I guess we were with the 8th grade this morning, and we sat around and watched a lot, and then we just got there playing. It took us a while to kind of get going. We had a good lead on Boaz, and they came back right at the end. We actually made a 3 to go up by 2, and then learning experience. We fouled the guy shooting a half-court shot, and he got 1 for 3 free throw to beat us. So, that's what I told my team in the game. That's a learning experience. Hopefully, that's going to help us down the road. This game, it matters, because we're competing to win, but in the long run, what matters is what we take from it, and I think that's going to help us down the road, play those situations better. Second game was much better. We were more free-flowing, just kind of getting out, running. We got to run and take advantage of our height and our athleticism, and we did that much better in the second game. So
The energy was much better.
Much better.
And it helps when you make shots, right, shooters?
It did, yes.
Both these guys here, Luke and Alan, both shoot the ball extremely well. Speak to that a little bit, because you can really tell when those shots are falling. You're the senior. It just makes things a lot easier, right? Why is that the case when shots are going in and everything else just goes well?
Energy's up. It's more momentum. We get going, and then once we get going, it's like we're there. But we can't be stopped.
When he says get going after that shot's made, what does that mean?
It means that I think when we're making shots, we play like we're having more fun. Really, we're having fun playing.
And our defense is better.
That's what I was going to say. How does it carry over to the defensive end, just the energy-wise?
Yeah.
And that comes from good coaching. Like you said. And it was obvious. That in the second one, maybe there is something to that sitting around and then having to play, So let's talk about the area a little bit. Oxford and Gaston City is a 3-team area. Things are kind of changing this year. You've gone from having to go to Huntsville, or going to Huntsville, now back to going to Jacksonville, which was kind of odd anyway. If you could, Coach, just a little bit about what goes into your mentality about, okay, now it's a 3-team area. What's the difference in that and a 4? Do you feel like that's easier? Is it more difficult? And how do you instill that in the kids that this is our focus, this is our mission, based on those changes?
Yeah. I guess I try to focus with the kids on, we just got to take care of the business, what we can control, and whoever the opponent is that night. Obviously the area games are going to be more important than the other games, but we just got to go out and put forth our best effort no matter who it is. And I feel like if we'll just keep working, keep playing, keep getting better, then we're going to be okay in the area. It's not going to be easy, but I think we've got the talent to do well this year in the area and go to Jacksonville. That's always our goals at the beginning of the year is to have a win record, win the area championship, host the sub-region game, and then go to Jacksonville. So that's what we're looking to get to, and I think with the 3-team area, it might give us a little bit easier path to get there. A lot of things you can't control during the season. You got a little bit better chance of things working out for you there. So I think that's the positive. I always try to look at the positive side of it too. And I think that's been our focus as far as the new area.
Speaking of hard working, as we've got, if you can't see the guys, we got a fly in here messing with us. He's playing pretty good defense on us as we're trying to do this interview. But speaking of that hard working mentality, get better every day. We mentioned how well you guys can shoot the basketball. What are a couple of those weaknesses that you would like to work on, individually and as a team, that you feel like y'all need to do the rest of this summer to get yourself in that position the coach was talking about? You first out.
I need to work on dribbling, bringing the ball up the court, better at that. I think as a team, as defense, we need to like be like better on defense. Because like once we get going, we're good on defense. But like we need to like when we first start the game, we need to be better on defense.
And who should that be up to make sure that, should that be a senior's responsibility to make sure everybody's up to, and I think that's just kind of part of it, and that's part of these play dates, that you have to condition yourself, whether it's June and the game's not till October or what have you. So look, what about you? Where are some of those areas in the game that you would like to see yourself improve and also your team?
Really just like when we get a rebound, like looking up the court, one of the biggest parts because we try to leak out a lot so we get some easy layups, but you can't do that if we're not looking at the court.
Correct.
Also, just defense in general, because we try to switch a lot, but we just got to get better at that.
So, Fort Payne, you know, you've got some sweat equity in this place, I think it's fair to say. Played there, been coaching there for years, almost all of the last 20 some odd years. In your fourth year, this is the group, you know, every time you say, oh, it's 4 years, I'm 9. So, with this being that group, write the story for us this season. We talked about the area, but what do your teams, or what does this team this year have to do every night as far as to getting those goals? If I look at the stat sheet at the end of the game, Coach, what in a W, what has Fort Payne done that night that's made them successful?
I think we got to, like Luke said, it has been a focus this summer on pushing the ball and creating easy opportunities. Sometimes when we just get into our half-court offense, which is also, it's been new this year, what we're trying to do. Sometimes we just kind of get stagnant, so we want to keep pushing the ball, and I think that creates a lot of three-point opportunities for Allen, who's a great shooter, and it gets him going. And if he can make a couple, I mean, he's good for that game. And Luke likes to Luke always kind of gets going by getting to the bucket first, and then they start sagging off him, and he can go. So, we need some threes from Allen. We need to take care of the ball. We've got to value the ball. So if you see a win, you look at the turnover, the stat sheet. We should have 12 or less on turnovers. That's what we always focus on. And, I feel like this year for us to be successful, we've got to win the boards because we do have some height, across the board.
Actually, it was the rebounding, not to interrupt you, was excellent last game. I mean, y'all really won the boards. We've got 4 guys that are 6'3", 6'4", and we got a small guy guard. But I tell them, it's not a bad shot if you're open. You're 3 or 4 feet behind the 3-point line. That's not a bad shot because we got rebounders that can go get it every time. And and I think we got to win the rebounding battle, take care of the ball, and I think that's always going to be a good recipe for success. And like these guys say, just keep working on defense. I think it's just about a mentality and just playing hard, and doing the little things, taking the charges, getting your body in front of them instead of trying to block shots. Doing those little things, we continue to get better at that. I think we can get a little more beat. So, Coach, as we mentioned, you got a play date next week, going to Pensacola, and guys. So, what? Obviously, you're gonna work on your game this week. Put in some work here and there. But excited about going to the beach. Going to get some time down there, play a little ball, go to the beach a little bit. Looking forward to that. Yeah. So, what's the mentality from this week to next week to get better before that beach trip?
Just trying to just get better. That's the mentality. Get better and work harder, really.
We try to win every game that we have down there.
He said you got 6 of them, so there'll be probably a lot of opportunity. But guys, thank you. So for Bart, Michael, Luke, Allen, and our defensive fly friend here, Fort Payne basketball, someone to watch this year, and we'll be forward to keeping up with them.